Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. According to General Hospital spoilers for the week of March 3rd to 7th, Drew Quartermaine is pulling off a retribution scheme, and Jack Brennan and Carly Spencer are about to have a disastrous date. As a previous error comes back to haunt her, Portia Robinson will also become anxious, so let's talk about what is ahead. Sasha Gilmore Corbin will be agitated by an unannounced visitor in the Quartermaine kitchen. Jen Sidwell is reportedly going to drop by to threaten Sasha and try to get her to make a deal. When Jason Morgan learns that Sidwell is pestering Sasha once more, he could swear he won't allow anything bad to happen to her or the child. Felicia Scorpio will serve as Anna Devane's confidant. Is Anna willing to acknowledge that she still harbors feelings for Jason? Is Anna's kiss with Jason in Africa something she ever considers? Emma Drake will also be forthcoming with Giovanni Gio Palmieri. Emma might believe her grandmother has been lonely and unmarried for too long, as she will later have cause to worry about Anna. Drew will start a fight after learning that Curtis Ashford is attempting to influence Congressman Henderson behind his back. Drew makes a vindictive threat that will ruin Curtis and Portia's date night. Speaking of date nights going awry, Carly and Brennan's planned evening out isn't going to work out. Brennan and Carly didn't expect this interruption. So will Sidwell cause further trouble, or will someone else ruin their good time? When her career is threatened, she will panic and return to Portia. Drew is probably going to find out that Portia tampered with her test findings through Selena Wu, who got the evidence from Brad Cooper. In order to make Portia fear the worst, Drew might use this information to blackmail Curtis. In the aftermath, Ava Jerome will offer some advice to Portia. Should she heed it? Brad may experience heartbreak throughout his stay in Miami with Lucas Jones, despite the fact that he may momentarily believe his reunion fantasies are coming true. It might have to do with the blackmail material because Brad is going to make a big admission. Brad will have to deal with the consequences since he used it to manipulate Portia, and has since ceded it to Selena. Brad may come clean since Portia won't allow him to have a happy ending with Lucas after he betrays her. Carly, meanwhile, will have to make a crucial choice. Is Carly going to follow her instincts and get into Brennan's bed? Sonny Corinthos will be occupied with a confrontation with Tracy Quartermaine, while Alexis Davis receives a perplexing invitation to Windmere. Before arguing with Ned Quartermaine, Lois Chirulo will also attempt to maintain her Geo cover-up. Lulu Spencer will have a possibly crucial chat with Cody Bell after pressuring Damian Spinelli to assist her in searching through Martin Gray's private documents. Cody might reveal too much to Lulu because he is aware of the camp relationship between Dante Falconeri and Brooke Lynn Quartermaine. Lulu might soon learn of Brooke Lynn's adolescent pregnancy, even if Cody is able to keep his lips shut. Brooke Lynn will be subjected to a tough grilling once Lulu decides what to do next. Will Lulu persuade Brooke Lynn to acknowledge that she placed Dante's child for adoption? Since Lulu may eventually obtain access to Martin's legal notes regarding Lois Geo's secret, this could be the beginning of the story's unraveling. Isaiah Gannon will then be Willow Corinthos' friend. Willow should be happy to have a friend at GH who isn't judgmental, especially in light of the drama that has surrounded her relationship with Drew. Lastly, our predictions suggest that Isaiah and Jordan Ashford may give way to passion as their relationship grows closer. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jordan and Isaiah should have some sizzle in the interim, but they still have some challenges ahead. In the new General Hospital ad, Carly criticizes Willow for her most recent action, while Jason learns crucial information from Rocco and Danny. Furthermore, the baby of Brooke Lynn is no longer a secret. Carly informs Willow at the Metro Court that although she has made an effort to be polite, she is beginning a battle if she continues to act in this manner. We can assume that Willow's decision to transfer her and Michael's kids in with Drew is the reason Nina is with her daughter. Of course, there is also the issue of Willow supporting her boyfriend because she thought he was speaking the truth, and Drew refusing to provide her best friend Jason with an alibi for Cyrus' murder. Jason is told by Danny and Rocco that they know where Charlotte is and that she just messaged Rocco. Since Jason is still the main suspect in Cyrus' disappearance, he isn't considering leaving town to look for the girl. Is he? Furthermore, because these personalities have replaced Valentine in Port Charles, is there even space for him anymore? In one form or another, the truth is now being revealed. Dante's child, about whom he knows nothing, is revealed to Lulu. The former newspaper detective goes to work, noting things like the mother's lack of knowledge regarding the baby's whereabouts. "I will tell him if you don't," she cautions Brooklyn. Hold on, how did Lulu initially learn about the baby? The week of March 3, 2025, General Hospital spoilers are here. Fans can anticipate Lois Curello rushing to hide her tracks next week. Alexis Davis is called upon by Jen Sidwell. Additionally, Isaiah Gannon is approached by Willow Tate Corinthos. Let's talk about what will happen in the ABC soap opera next week as you continue reading. Scrambles with Lois Cerullo. Lois is expected to rush to hide her tracks during the week of March 3rd. Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain are unable to conceive in the conventional manner. BLQ feels uncomfortable with Chase's suggestion that Hamilton Finn might be a donor. Giovanni Gio Palmieri's truth appears to be getting closer to the light. The possibility that the adoption secret may not be as secret as it seems was hinted at during an interview. A sneak peek then reveals Gio conversing with Dante Falconeri. Gio expresses in particular that he feels Dante is the only one who understands. That suggests that Gio may already be aware of the truth, at least regarding his father. If Lois finds out that the secret of adoption is coming to light, she will undoubtedly attempt to hide the truth. However, that will just make matters worse. Indeed, Lois and Ned Quartermain are at odds by the conclusion of the week. Was Ned also aware of the adoption? Lois undoubtedly didn't handle this alone, but according to BLQ, she only told her mother. Alexis Davis was called in. She is called to Windermere together with Alexis. Supervillain Sidwell is the new owner, as fans are aware. Then in a Monday teaser, Sonny Corinthos is seen requesting Alexis' assistance. What will Sonny do now that Laura Collins has warned him? What role does Alexis play in all of this? The new bond of Isaiah Gannon. You can anticipate Willow approaching Isaiah at the hospital. Isaiah is unlikely to be harsh on Willow, despite the fact that many others are. Isaiah might give Willow some advice or even issue a warning. Perhaps because they are too close to Willow, she hasn't listened to anyone else. It can occasionally be easier to hear the truth from someone who is not as familiar with the circumstances. Perhaps Isaiah hears Drew Kane Quartermain talking about Curtis Ashford being threatened? March 3, 2025 week. According to next week's General Hospital spoilers, Lulu Spencer will turn to Damian Spinelli. Is this connected to the Charlotte Cassadine search? Gilmore. Sasha Jason Morgan is updated by Corbin. Sidwell attempts to negotiate. Anna Devane worries Emma Scorpio Drake. Regarding Anna, she confides in Felicia Scorpio. Brad Cooper admits. Will Brad inform Portia Robinson that he provided Selena Wu with evidence of her test tampering? Portia is threatened in the same week. There is a limit to how long they can play guessing games. According to General Hospital reports, Kelly Monaco's admirers are not happy with her, and they have a good cause for it. For all the information you require, continue reading below. News from General Hospital. Kelly Monaco completely turns off her fans. Kelly Monaco's last appearance on the canvas as her character Sam McCall was several long months ago. Kelly was abruptly sacked from General Hospital, as many viewers are already aware. Nobody is aware of the cause as of yet. Many viewers were hopeful that Kelly would go on to another soap opera, such as The Young and the Restless or The Bold and the Beautiful, but that hasn't happened. Additionally, she has not had any invitations to make an appearance on primetime television. Fans of General Hospital have been putting forth extra effort to get Kelly back on the show though. Many would concur that without Sam McCall, Port Charles simply isn't the same. On social media, a large number of Kelly's supporters have been advocating for her in various ways. In the hopes that something would be done, they have even signed petitions. What's actually happening with Kelly Monaco these days? General Hospital news. However, it appears like Kelly has abandoned her admirers entirely. She hasn't expressed gratitude to them or appeared in public for months. In addition, she has become quite quiet on social media, leaving many people to wonder, what's going on? If nothing else, she could publicly thank everyone for their support. Brennan and Carly's date catastrophe. Drew's payback. Portia panics. The intertwining lives of Brennan, Carly, Drew, and Portia create a web of drama, humor, and chaos in this riveting tale of relationships, revenge, and panic. Each character brings their own unique personality and motivations to the story, resulting in a series of events that are as unpredictable as they are entertaining. From Brennan and Carly's disastrous date to Drew's calculated payback and Portia's spiraling panic, this narrative explores the complexities of human emotions and the consequences of our actions. Let's dive into the details of this captivating story. Brennan and Carly's date catastrophe. Brennan and Carly's relationship has always been a roller coaster. They're the kind of couple who can go from laughing together one moment to arguing fiercely the next. Their chemistry is undeniable, but their inability to communicate effectively often leads to misunderstandings and mishaps. This particular date night was supposed to be different, a chance for them to reconnect and rekindle the spark that had been fading. Brennan had planned everything meticulously, or so he thought. The evening began with promise. Brennan picked Carly up at her apartment, dressed to impress in a sharp suit and carrying a bouquet of her favorite flowers. Carly, equally eager to make the night special, wore a stunning red dress that left Brennan momentarily speechless. They exchanged compliments and shared a laugh as they headed to the upscale restaurant Brennan had reserved. However, things started to unravel as soon as they arrived. Brennan had forgotten to confirm the reservation, and the restaurant was fully booked. The hostess, though sympathetic, couldn't accommodate them. Carly tried to brush it off, suggesting they find another place, but Brennan's frustration was palpable. His pride was hurt, and he began to spiral, blaming himself for the oversight. Determined to salvage the evening, Brennan insisted on taking Carly to a nearby bistro he remembered from years ago. Unfortunately, the bistro had closed down, and the building was now a laundromat. Carly's patience was wearing thin, but she bit her tongue, not wanting to escalate the situation. Brennan, sensing her disappointment, grew increasingly flustered. In a last-ditch effort to save the date, Brennan suggested they grab takeout and have a picnic at the park. Carly agreed, hoping the night could still be salvaged. But as they walked to the park, a sudden downpour drenched them both. Brennan's umbrella was stuck in his car, and Carly's hair and makeup were ruined. They sought shelter under a tree, but the mood had already soured. The final straw came when Brennan accidentally spilled the takeout on Carly's dress. She snapped, unleashing her pent-up frustration. "Why can't anything ever go right with us?" she cried. Brennan, equally exasperated, fired back. "Maybe because you're impossible to please." The argument escalated, and they parted ways for the night, both feeling hurt and misunderstood. The date catastrophe left Brennan questioning whether their relationship was worth the constant struggle. Carly, on the other hand, wondered if they were simply too different to make it work. Their love was real, but the challenges they faced seemed insurmountable. Little did they know, their tumultuous night was about to become even more complicated, thanks to Drew's meddling. Drew's payback. Drew had always been the wild card in their group, a mischievous troublemaker with a knack for stirring the pot. He had a history with Brennan, one that was fraught with rivalry and unresolved tension. Years ago, Brennan had unintentionally humiliated Drew during a public event, and Drew had been waiting for the perfect opportunity to get even. When he heard about Brennan and Carly's date disaster, he saw his chance. Drew's plan was simple yet diabolical. He knew Carly had been feeling uncertain about her relationship with Brennan, and he decided to exploit that vulnerability. Using a fake social media account, Drew began sending Carly anonymous messages, posing as a concerned friend. The messages hinted that Brennan had been unfaithful, planting seeds of doubt in Carly's mind. At first, Carly dismissed the messages as baseless rumors. But as they continued, she couldn't help but wonder if there was any truth to them. Her trust in Brennan began to waver, and she found herself scrutinizing his every move. Brennan, oblivious to Drew's scheme, noticed Carly's sudden coldness and grew increasingly frustrated. Drew didn't stop there. He also manipulated Brennan by fabricating a story about Carly reconnecting with an old flame. Brennan, already insecure about their relationship, fell for the bait. He confronted Carly, accusing her of being unfaithful. Carly, hurt and confused, denied the allegations, but the damage was done. Their already fragile relationship was on the brink of collapse. As tensions between Brennan and Carly reached a boiling point, Drew reveled in his success. He had finally gotten his payback, and it was sweeter than he had imagined. But Drew's actions had unintended consequences, setting off a chain reaction that would soon engulf everyone, including Portia. Portia panics. Portia, Carly's best friend, had always been the voice of reason in their group. She was level-headed, empathetic, and fiercely loyal. When she noticed Carly's distress, she immediately stepped in to offer support. Carly confided in Portia about the anonymous messages and Brennan's accusations, and Portia's heart ached for her friend. Determined to get to the bottom of the situation, Portia began investigating the source of the messages. Her tech-savvy skills led her to uncover Drew's fake account, and she was horrified by what she found. She confronted Drew, demanding to know why he would sabotage Brennan and Carly's relationship. Drew, caught off guard by Portia's discovery, tried to downplay his actions. He claimed it was just a harmless prank, but Portia wasn't buying it. She knew the emotional toll his scheme had taken on Carly and Brennan, and she was furious. "This isn't a game, Drew," she shouted. "You've hurt people I care about, and I won't stand for it." Portia's confrontation with Drew left her feeling shaken. She had always seen the good in people, but Drew's actions made her question her judgment. She worried about how Carly and Brennan would react when they learned the truth. Would they be able to forgive each other? Or would Drew's meddling destroy their relationship for good? As Portia grappled with her own emotions, she realized she had to come clean to Carly and Brennan. She arranged a meeting with both of them, determined to set the record straight. But as the moment of truth approached, Portia began to panic. What if her revelation made things worse? What if Carly and Brennan blamed her for not speaking up sooner? The weight of the situation was overwhelming, and Portia found herself questioning her own role in the drama. Had she done enough to support Carly? Should she have confronted Drew sooner? Her mind raced with doubts, and she struggled to find the courage to face the fallout. The aftermath. When Portia finally revealed the truth to Carly and Brennan, the initial reaction was one of shock and anger. Carly felt betrayed by Drew's deception, while Brennan was furious at being manipulated. But as the dust settled, they began to see the bigger picture. Drew's actions had exposed the cracks in their relationship, but they also provided an opportunity for growth and understanding. Carly and Brennan decided to take a step back and reassess their relationship. They realized that their love was worth fighting for, but it would require effort, communication, and trust. They sought counseling to work through their issues, determined to build a stronger foundation. Drew, on the other hand, faced the consequences of his actions. Carly and Brennan cut him out of their lives, and even Portia struggled to forgive him. Drew was forced to confront the impact of his behavior, and he began to question whether his need for payback was worth the cost. Portia, though shaken by the ordeal, emerged stronger and more self-assured. She had faced her fears and stood up for what was right, and her friendship with Carly grew even deeper as a result. The experience taught her the importance of honesty and the power of forgiveness. Carly warns Willow, "This means war," and Spoiler discovers Brooklyn's baby secret. In the high-stakes world of Port Charles, where alliances shift like sand and secrets are currency, Carly Corinthos's declaration of war against Willow Tate sends shockwaves through the community. Carly, a woman known for her fierce loyalty and unrelenting determination, has always been a force to be reckoned with. But this time her warning to Willow isn't just a casual threat. It's a declaration of intent that could upend lives and relationships. Meanwhile, as tensions escalate, another bombshell drops. Someone discovers Brooklyn Quartermain's baby secret, a revelation that could have far-reaching consequences for everyone involved. The catalyst. Carly's warning to Willow. Carly's warning to Willow is rooted in a complex web of emotions and motivations. Willow, who has always been portrayed as kind-hearted and principled, finds herself in Carly's crosshairs due to a series of misunderstandings and betrayals. Perhaps Willow has inadvertently crossed a line, or maybe Carly perceives her as a threat to her family or her own sense of security. Whatever the reason, Carly's declaration of war is not just about Willow. It's about protecting what she holds dear. Carly's relationship with Willow has always been fraught with tension. While they've had moments of mutual respect, their differing values and priorities have often put them at odds. Carly, a woman who has built her life on resilience and survival, sees Willow as naive and idealistic. To Carly, Willow's actions, whether well-intentioned or not, could destabilize the fragile equilibrium of their shared world. And Carly isn't one to sit back and let that happen. The phrase "this means war" is more than just a dramatic line. It's a promise. Carly is prepared to go to any lengths to protect her family, her business, and her reputation. For Willow, this warning is a wake-up call. She's no stranger to conflict, but facing off against Carly is a different beast altogether. Willow must now decide whether to stand her ground or seek a way to de-escalate the situation. But with Carly, de-escalation is rarely an option. The emotional stakes. At the heart of this conflict are the emotional stakes. Carly's warning isn't just about power or control. It's about love, loyalty, and the lengths one will go to protect those they care about. For Carly, family is everything. Whether it's her children, her husband, or her close friends, she will stop at nothing to shield them from harm. If she perceives Willow as a threat to that, she will not hesitate to take action. Willow, on the other hand, is driven by her own sense of morality and justice. She believes in doing the right thing, even when it's difficult. But in a world where right and wrong are often blurred, her principles may put her at odds with those around her. Carly's warning forces Willow to confront the reality that her actions have consequences, not just for herself, but for everyone she cares about. The tension between Carly and Willow is further complicated by their shared connections. Both women are deeply intertwined with the lives of others in Port Charles, and their conflict could have a ripple effect. Friends and family members may be forced to choose sides, leading to fractured relationships and bitter rivalries. The emotional toll of this war could be devastating, leaving scars that may never fully heal. Brooke Lynn's baby secret. While Carly and Willow's feud takes center stage, another drama is unfolding in the background. The discovery of Brooke Lynn Quartermain's baby secret. Brooke Lynn, a character known for her ambition and determination, has been harboring a secret that could change everything. Whether it's the true paternity of her child, a hidden pregnancy, or a shocking adoption, this revelation has the potential to upend lives and relationships. The discovery of Brooke Lynn's secret adds another layer of complexity to the already tense situation in Port Charles. If the secret involves someone connected to Carly or Willow, it could further fuel the conflict between them. For example, if the baby's father is someone Carly is close to, she may see this as another reason to distrust Willow. Alternatively, if Willow is somehow involved in the secret, it could give Carly ammunition to use against her. The fallout from Brooke Lynn's secret could also have far-reaching consequences for the Quartermain family. Known for their wealth, power, and occasional dysfunction, the Quartermains are no strangers to scandal. But this secret could be the one that pushes them over the edge. Family members may turn on each other, alliances may shift, and long-buried resentments could come to the surface. The role of spoiler. The identity of the person who discovers Brooke Lynn's secret is crucial to how the storyline unfolds. If it's someone with a personal stake in the matter, such as a potential father or a rival, the revelation could lead to immediate conflict. If it's someone more neutral, they may struggle with whether to reveal the truth or keep it hidden. For example, if Michael Corinthos, Willow's husband and Carly's son, discovers the secret, he could be torn between his loyalty to his wife and his mother. Michael has always tried to navigate the tricky waters of his family's drama, but this could be the situation that forces him to take a side. His decision could have lasting implications for his relationships with both Willow and Carly. Alternatively, if someone like Valentine Cassadine discovers the secret, he could use it to his advantage. Valentine is a master manipulator, and he could see this as an opportunity to further his own agenda. Whether he uses the information to blackmail Brooke Lynn or to sow discord among the Quartermains, his involvement would add another layer of intrigue to the storyline. The potential fallout. The combination of Carly's war with Willow and the discovery of Brooke Lynn's baby secret creates a powder keg of drama in Port Charles. The fallout from these events could be felt for months if not years to come. Relationships could be irreparably damaged, alliances could shift, and new rivalries could emerge. For Carly, the war with Willow could be a defining moment in her life. It could force her to confront her own flaws and vulnerabilities, and to question whether her methods are truly serving her best interests. For Willow, the conflict could be a test of her resilience and her commitment to her principles. She may emerge stronger, or she may be forced to compromise in ways she never imagined. As for Brooke Lynn, the revelation of her secret could be both a blessing and a curse. On one hand, it could free her from the burden of hiding the truth. On the other hand, it could expose her to judgment, criticism, and even danger. How she navigates this new reality will be a testament to her strength and character. Lois scrambles, Sidwell summons Alexis, Willow and Isaiah bond. The morning sun casts golden rays over the small town of Havenbrook, painting the brick buildings with warm hues as life stirred in the quiet streets. The town square, usually a place of calm and routine, buzzed with an undercurrent of tension. Lois Prescott, a woman of sharp wit and unwavering determination, scrambled through the streets, her heeled boots clicking on the pavement. Her caramel-colored trench coat billowed behind her as she rushed toward the old courthouse. Lois had received an urgent call from Sidwell, Judge Thomas Sidwell, a man known for his stern demeanor and enigmatic ways. When he called, it was never without cause. Sidwell had summoned Alexis Monroe, Willow Carter, and Isaiah Bond to his chambers, a gathering that sent ripples through the community. These three individuals, while connected through the town's past, had lived very different lives in the years leading up to this moment. Alexis Monroe, a journalist with an insatiable thirst for uncovering the truth, had spent the last decade exposing corruption in high places. Her latest story had sent shockwaves through the region, uncovering financial misdeeds that reached deep into Havenbrook's political elite. Despite her professional success, Alexis knew that each revelation she brought to light placed her in greater danger. She had received threats before, but something about the judge's summons unsettled her in a way she couldn't quite explain. Willow Carter, a skilled botanist and environmental activist, had dedicated her life to preserving the local woodlands. She had recently found herself in the center of a heated dispute with a real estate developer who sought to level the protected land for commercial gain. Her fight had become personal, and the tension had grown into something ominous: vandalized property, veiled threats, and an eerie sense that she was being watched. The judge's call made her pulse quicken. Did he have news about the case? Or had things escalated beyond what she had imagined? Isaiah Bond was a former detective turned private investigator. He had walked away from the force after a case went south, leaving him with scars both physical and emotional. Yet, his skill in uncovering hidden truths had never faded. When Sidwell summoned him, he knew it was serious. His instincts told him that whatever this was, it was bigger than one case, one mystery. It was a storm brewing, and Sidwell needed them to weather it together. Lois reached the courthouse steps and took a deep breath before pushing through the heavy wooden doors. Inside, the grand hall echoed with hushed conversations and hurried footsteps. Sidwell's office was on the second floor, tucked away from the main courtrooms. Alexis, Willow, and Isaiah were already there when Lois arrived, each carrying their own unease. Judge Sidwell sat behind his vast mahogany desk, his fingers laced together as he regarded them with a knowing gaze. The room smelled of old books, ink, and something else, a tension that thickened the air. "Thank you all for coming," Sidwell began, his voice steady but urgent. "I won't waste time with pleasantries. You each have found yourselves entangled in matters that on the surface seem separate. But they are not." Lois exchanged a glance with Alexis, who raised an eyebrow. "What do you mean?" Isaiah asked, leaning forward. Sidwell's eyes darkened. "Someone has been orchestrating events in Havenbrook, manipulating key figures, yourselves included, to advance an agenda that we are only now beginning to understand." Willow's breath hitched. "Are you saying the threats, the vandalism, the intimidation, it's all connected?" Sidwell gave a solemn nod. "Yes. And I fear that if we do not act swiftly, Havenbrook will fall under the control of forces that do not have its best interests at heart." Lois felt a chill creep up her spine. The implications were vast. Corruption, power struggles, and a hidden enemy working in the shadows. It was the kind of story Alexis chased, the kind of crime Isaiah pursued, the kind of battle Willow fought, and the kind of danger Lois found herself running toward rather than away from. The four exchanged looks, a silent agreement passing between them. Whatever this was, they were in it together. And they would not back down. As the meeting ended, Lois, Alexis, Willow, and Isaiah lingered outside the courthouse steps, their minds racing with possibilities.